A very good morning. Now we go to the next one, that is called embryo development. Now you see, what is the ultimate aim of sexual reproduction? Are you getting me? What is my question? What is the ultimate aim of sexual reproduction? Any idea? Continuity of species. If you want to continue the species, what has to be produced? What has to be produced? No, I mean something different. Yes, exactly. Vivek, what he has written, that is absolutely correct. Offspring or progeny has to be produced. So ultimate aim of sexual reproduction is that produce a progeny, produce a new individual, or produce a progeny. Once the progeny is produced, of course, we can say the new life will come up, and the species will be continued. So the generation will be continued. So, but the main point over there is that there must be a progeny. So this progeny is developed from the female gamete and the male gamete. So the point is that to continue an individual, a progeny must be produced. And for the production of a progeny, the union of male gametes and female gamete and male gamete is most important. And you know, whenever the female gamete is fertilized by the male gamete, you know that it will develop into a diploid individual, which we can say the zygote. Now you see, this is the egg, right? This is the egg. Earlier this was the egg. Now it is not the egg. Remember, now it is not the egg, because what has happened? The fertilization is already over. So once the fertilization is completely over, then no more egg. So here what is formed, you see the number over here, genetic constitution is written here. This genetic constitution is diploid. इसका मतलब यही है, ये already fertilization हो चुका है. So it is already got fertilized. So if it is fertilized, now no more egg. Then what is there? There the thing is there which we call as zygote. Okay. So this is the beginning of an individual. जो प्रोजीनी फॉर्म होता है, ये प्रोजीनी, सभी प्रोजीनी का बिगिनिंग क्या है, ये है. समझा ये पॉइंट? आर यू गेटिंग मी? Hi friends, you are getting me? You are getting my voice? Yes. So this is what, this is the zygote. ये zygote क्या है? कोई भी इंडिविजुअल का लाइफ का बिगिनिंग क्या है पूछेगा तो दिस इज द बिगिनिंग. अभी हमारा लाइफ ले लो, एंड यू एंड मी एंड एवरीवन, सभी ऑर्गेनिज्म, हम सब लोगों का लाइफ कहां से ओरिजिनेट किया पूछेगा तो दिस इज द सेल. ये सिंगल सेल से अपना सबका लाइफ ओरिजिनेट किया है. मैं भी यहां से स्टार्ट किया, आप भी यहां से स्टार्ट किया, अभी आने वाला कभी कोई भी हो, सभी लोग यहां से स्टार्ट करेंगे. Okay, so now our point is that by fertilization, every egg, if it is fertilized, that will develop into a diploid zygote. अभी ये this diploid zygote, we can say, undergoing further changes like this. It undergoes a series of changes. अभी human beings का example शायद आप chapter 2 में study किया होगा. I don't know where the topic has reached, but Nandita madam is I think explaining all these things. So there you can see that once the zygote is formed, it takes a time for complete development. In human beings, you know, around 9 months, 9 days. Okay, so you can see that similarly in plants also, the zygote is undergoing a series of changes. As a result of that, what will be produced there inside the seed, and a structure is formed. That structure is known as embryo. And this development of embryo from the zygote we call as embryogenesis. Genesis means creation. Embryo means the young one, the tiny one, right? The young plant or even the tiny life, we can say. So what is embryogenesis? Development of the zygote into an embryo, or embryo development from zygote. Embryo development from zygote is known as embryogenesis. Is it clear to you what is embryogenesis? Okay. Now you see, ये एम्ब्रियोजेनेसिस का, अभी देखो ये एम्ब्रियो साक है, इसमें ऑलरेडी जो फीमेल गैमीट एग फर्टिलाइज हो गया है, ये ट्रिप्लोइड एंडोस्पर्म फॉर्म किया. ये ट्रिप्लोइड एंडोस्पर्म को क्या होता है कल हमने बात किया. अभी ये जाइगोट को क्या होता है, इधर देखो तो सिंपल डायग्राम्स में, अभी मैं थोड़ा इधर बात करके आगे जाऊंगा. ओके, नाउ यू सी दिस इज अ जाइगोट. Zygote is dividing, becoming 2 cells, and this is undergoing further changes. Now you see a change is, I mean, a situation is coming over here. This is called a globular embryo. And again, it is undergoing changes. It becomes heart-shaped. This is called a heart-shaped embryo. And ultimately, it becomes a mature embryo like this. This is a matured embryo. Okay? So remember, the zygote, from the zygote, you get a pro-embryo. This is called actually pro-embryo. We will see that in the coming slide. And that pro-embryo will become later globular embryo. Globular embryo later becomes heart-shaped embryo. Look at the shape over there. And then it becomes the mature embryo. That is somewhat looking like a horseshoe. So this is the mature embryo. Okay. So this is the mature embryo. And now we go to the next slide. So next slide. Now you see there are 2 types of plants in angiosperms, right? How many types of plants there in angiosperms? 2 types. I already told you. Tell me the 2 types of plants. The name of the 2 types of plants. First letters you write. Only the first letters. Yeah, dicot plant and monocot plants. So in dicot plant and monocot plant, the embryo development is almost same, but when it comes to its end, there will be a slight change. So we have to see the embryo development in dicot plant and monocot plant separately. So now first we are going to see about the embryo development in dicot plant. Now you see this is dicot plant. Dicot plant embryo you are seeing over here in this picture. अभी मेरे को एक रिक्वेस्ट आपसे है, you have to practice this diagram. Okay. Now suppose I don't know the diagram which is there in the textbook contain all these points. I don't know. Even if you are thinking that it is not there, you can do one thing. You can take a screenshot right now, and you take a screenshot of it, and then you draw and practice. It's very simple to draw and practice. It's nothing complicated. It's very simple, but you have to practice these stages. Because examination, suppose if they are asking, describe the embryo development in dicot, you have to say, you have to draw all these diagrams and then you have to write the points. ये सभी points आपको उधर explain करके लिखना पड़ेगा. Okay? So ये इतना points नहीं है, और भी है, आने वाला slides में भी points है. इसमें points थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, इसलिए मैंने कल आपको ये class लिया नहीं. Okay? Now let us start from the diagram. Now look at the diagram over there. Now the diagram is under my chat, so I'm removing the chat from here to one corner. Now you see, this is what we call the embryo. I'm sorry, zygote. This is what? This is what I said. Have you seen? Yeah, this is called as the zygote, and zygote is diploid in nature. Okay, you can see the points also there down when I talk. Yeah. So when I explain the things over here, the point in the points also I have written the same thing. Okay, you can check over here. So this is what is zygote, and zygote is diploid in nature. Very first, you can see that the zygote is undergoing a transverse division. Okay, the zygote is undergoing a transverse division. As a result of that, you see 2 cells are formed. But in this diagram, I want to tell you one important thing, which you have to note down there. Means you have to note it. In this diagram, you see the cells, they are shown almost same size. But in fact, when the zygote is dividing, you get a two-celled stage. Yeah, you get a two-celled stage, and in these two cells, you can see that one cell is smaller and another cell we can say larger in size. One smaller cell and one larger cell. When I show you the next slide there, you can see the picture correctly. Okay, two-celled stage is formed. Now this is a two-celled stage. This two-celled stage we call as pro-embryo. This is known as pro-embryo. Okay. Now in this pro-embryo, you can see that there are two cells. How many cells are there, I said? How many cells there in the pro-embryo? Two cells are there. One is a larger cell and another one is the small cell. Which is the larger cell? The upper cell is larger. The upper cell, that is a larger, and lower cell is smaller in nature. Is it clear to you that point what I said? In a pro-embryo, the zygote is dividing and two-celled condition is formed, and two-celled condition is called as pro-embryo. And out of those two cells, upper cell or the cell which is there at the micropylar end, we can see that that is larger in size, and the lower cell, the cell which is towards the chalazal region, that is smaller cell. The larger cell we call basal initial cell or suspensor initial cell. ये सेल का नाम है, इधर कुछ लेबलिंग वगैरह नहीं है, आपको इधर लेबल करना है तो व्हाट यू हैव टू लेबल हियर, दिस इज कॉल्ड as suspensor initial cell. This is known as suspensor initial cell, and this is called as the embryonal initial cell. Okay, so this is known as the suspensor, the upper wala suspensor initial cell, and this lower one is the embryonal initial cell. Okay, now what you can notice that now you can see that this suspensor cell, I'm now in this slide I am going to talk about this cell only. नीचे का जो एम्ब्रियोनल सेल के बारे में अभी ये स्लाइड में आपको कुछ नहीं बताऊंगा. जो कुछ मैं आपको ये स्लाइड में दिखा रहे, एक्सप्लेन करने को जा रहे, that is about the suspensor initial cell. Okay, and which region the suspensor initial cell is lying, at which corner, at which area, how will you identify? Please write there in the chat box. मैंने एक बार आपको बताया था where it lies. The suspensor initial cell is lying in which direction? No idea? If no idea, you write a big no, N over there. Yeah, it is there at the micropylar end. Micropylar end, that is the correct answer. Yeah, remember, you don't write upper region, base area like that, क्योंकि कोई भी डायरेक्शन में पकड़ो ये base upper सब कुछ हो जाएगा. But micropylar is the correct point. So you have to say the suspensor initial cell is there at the micropylar end. Now what is happening to this cell? अभी ये cell को क्या होता है? This suspensor cell that is undergoing, that is the initial cell I said, that is the beginning of the what you can say suspensor and so on so area. So this suspensor initial cell undergoing a repeated transverse divisions like this. कौन सा type division मैंने बोला? Repeated transverse divisions. Repeatedly transverse करे तो क्या होता है? One above the other, a group of cells form like this. Now look at here. देखा इधर ये single cell वो divide हो गया, 2 बन गया, 2 4 हो गया, 4 8 हो गया, 8 16 हो गया, ऐसा नंबर बढ़ गया इधर. अभी आप इधर आइए, इधर से डिवाइड करके इधर आइए. लेकिन ये सेल के बारे में मैंने अभी तक कुछ नहीं बोला, ये बोलूंगा नहीं इधर. ठीक है? So now what is happening? This suspensor cell that is undergoing repeated transverse division and forms a filament of 6 to 10 cells. देखा, 6 to 10 cells are formed. Okay, and all these cells are originated from which cell? I said suspensor initial. A series of cells form, but all the cells are arranged in a filamentous manner, one above the other. It has been arranged. Okay, all these cells arising from the suspensor initial cell. अभी out of these cells, out of these 6 to 10 cells, अभी एक सेल देखिए माइक्रोपाइलर एंड में, देखिए एक बड़ा सेल है, उसको एनलार्ज करके दिखाया है. एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ द सस्पेंसर ओनली. ये जो सीरीज में आता है ये सब, ओके, ये सेल इज गेटिंग एनलार्ज्ड और वी कैन से इट इज गेटिंग swollen. मतलब माइक्रोपाइलर एंड में जो सस्पेंसर सेल्स होता है, माइक्रोपाइलर एंड में जो सेल है, दैट सेल इज गेटिंग एनलार्ज्ड, that is becoming swollen. And when it is becoming swollen, we call that as haustorium. That is called as haustorium. Is it clear to you? Is it clear to you? Yes. Now you tell me that what is happening to suspensor initial cell. Suspensor initial, ये suspensor initial cell को क्या क्या होता है, जल्दी शॉर्ट फॉर्म में लिखो. सस्पेंसर इनिशियल सेल को क्या होता है? What change you can see there in this cell? क्वेश्चन समझा नहीं है? Yeah, it is dividing. It is dividing. What kind of division? Transverse division. Very good. Transverse division. How many times? 2-3 times repeated division. Okay, repeated transverse cell division. And ultimately, how many cells will be formed? 6 to 10 cells will be formed. Okay, once 6 to 10 cells are formed, आपको इधर समझो इधर कितना सेल है, अभी इधर 5 दिखाया है, ये नंबर इतना नहीं देखना, डायग्राम में वो बराबर नहीं है, but 6 to 10 cells are formed. अभी once these 6 to 10 cells form, the cell which is there at the micropylar end is called as what? The cell which is there at the micropylar end is called as what? What do you call this large cell? इधर लिखा है vesicular cell, but that is not the name I said. What do you call this large cell? Is swollen. Yeah, swollen cell है, but swollen nature है. इसका नाम क्या है? What do you call it? This swollen cell is called as what? Haustorium. Very good, Pinky. So the swollen cell is called as haustorium. So ये part आपको clear हो गया? This part is clear? Now I want to say, this is the suspensor. Am I right? This is the suspensor. और ये सस्पेंसर का एक एंड में, माइक्रोपाइलर एंड में हॉस्टोरियम रहता है. ओके, बट व्हाट अबाउट द अदर एंड? दिस इज द माइक्रोपाइलर एंड. व्हाट अबाउट द अदर एंड? अदर एंड बोलेगा तो दिस एंड. ओके, सस्पेंसर के बारे में मैं बात करता हूं. सो अदर एंड ऑफ द सस्पेंसर इज हैविंग ए सेल which is called a hypophysis cell. Now you see the lowermost cell of the suspensor, that means this one. This one is known as hypophysis. Got the name? So suspensor को दो एंड होता है, एक माइक्रोपाइलर एंड होता है, एक चलासेल एंड होता है. माइक्रोपाइलर एंड में जो सेल होता है, that cell is getting swollen, then it is called a haustorium. At the chalacal end there is a cell, that cell is called as hypophysis. Is it clear to you? I told you two names of two end cells. Please write there in the chat box the name, the first letters of both the cells. Micropylar end cell and chalacal end cell. Micropylar end का नाम है HA, बराबर, haustorium. Chalacal end hypophysis. Very good. Now what is happening to hypophysis? Now you can see that. Now you see this is the hypophysis. This hypophysis is dividing. It will divide continuously. Again it will divide. So this hypophysis is dividing, and that will become the part of radicle and root cap of future embryo. अभी ये final embryo है. ये embryo का radicle और root cap share कौन provide करता है? Hypophysis. So hypophysis dividing continuously later and becomes a part of radicle and root cap. So hypophysis से आपको क्या मिल जाएगा later? What do you get from hypophysis? What do you get from hypophysis? The radicle and root cap. So that must clear to you. So इतना है suspensor का formation. Okay. Now my question is that what is the function of the suspensor? What is the function of the suspensor? अभी मैंने आपको बोला आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस सेल, ये सेल के बारे में कुछ नहीं बोला है, लेकिन एक डायग्राम में देखो तो आपको मालूम है ये सेल को भी कुछ चेंजेस हुआ है। इधर देखो ये सेल आगे जाके 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 इधर कुछ चेंजेस हुआ है। ये है कल का एम्ब्रियो, ये कल का एम्ब्रियो है, इसके बारे में मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला, मैंने ये बोला खाली इसके बारे में। ओके, लेकिन ये सस्पेंसर का फंक्शन क्या है? ये सस्पेंसर का फंक्शन यही है, पुशेस द एम्ब्रियो, दिस इज द एम्ब्रियो, फ्यूचर एम्ब्रियो, ये है फ्यूचर एम्ब्रियो, ये है एम्ब्रियो, एंड दिस एम्ब्रियो is pushed into the endosperm. This is pushed into the endosperm. That is the function of suspensor. Okay, अभी आपको ये स्लाइड के बारे में सब कुछ मालूम पड़ा है, सब स्लाइड में मैंने जो बताया, एवरीथिंग इज क्लियर. We can go for a recap. We can go for a recap. If you want a recap, you write RC. Okay, recap यही है. Now listen. After fertilization, what is formed? Just write there in the chat box the first letter. By fertilization, the egg becomes what? Zygote. Now, zygote is dividing. Two-celled condition is formed. What do you call that two-celled condition of the zygote? Proembryo. Very good. Now, proembryo is having two cells. There is a micropylar end cell. There is a chala end cell. What do you call the micropylar end cell? What do you call the micropylar end cell? Suspensor initial. मैं प्रोएम्ब्रियो के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. Listen, proembryo is having two cells. There is a micropylar cell end cell. There is a chala cell end cell. The micropylar end cell is called as suspensor initial. SI. SI. Okay, sub inspector of police. Okay, SI. So suspensor initial. This suspensor cell initial, what is going to happen? So what it does further? The suspensor initial is going what? Going into what? Going into transverse division. Very good. Transverse division. How many cells may form? How many cells may form? Approximate number 6 to 10. Okay. Out of these 6 to 10, all these cells are arranged in which format? Which manner? Cells arranged in which manner? Filamentous manner. Very good. Now, so in this 6 to 10 filamentous cells, micropylar end, there is a Solent cell. What is the name of the Solent cell? What is the name of that Solent cell which is there at the micropylar end? Haustorium. Very good. Now, at the other end of suspensor, there is a small cell. What is that? At the chala cell end, suspensor is having a cell which is called a hypophysis. ये आगे डिवाइड करके आपको मिलेगा what? Hypophysis is dividing and you get what? Radicle and a root cap. Not fully, a part of the radicle and root cap will be formed from hypophysis. Okay. Now, what is the function of suspensor cell? What is the function of the suspensor? What is the function of suspensor? Function of suspensor. It pushes the embryo. Yeah, it pushes the embryo into the endosperm. So this slide is clear. Now we go to the next slide. The next slide is done. Okay. So next slide, look at them. Now you see here, मैंने आपको पहले बोला ना स्लाइड डायग्राम उतना परफेक्ट नहीं है करके. इधर देखिए डायग्राम, दो सेल देखा. Is it similar cells? These cells are similar. These two cells are similar. Proembryo देखो, look at proembryo. Look at proembryo, the B diagram. Cells are dissimilar. One smaller cell, one larger cell. The basal cell देखो later on becomes suspensor. देखिए ये पूरा फॉर्म होता है. ओके, एक स्टेज आप देख लेना. नाउ ये मैंने आपको बताया, यू हैव सीन This also we have completed. इतना मैंने आपको बताया है लास्ट स्लाइड में. सस्पेंसर मैंने पूरा एक्सप्लेन किया. Now I am going to see this part. What is this part? What is this part? What is this? मेरा लेजर आप देख लेना. Yeah, embryo initial. So a suspensor initial I explained to you in the previous slide. Now this slide we are going to see about embryonal initial. Embryonal initial बोलेगा तो this one. This is the embryonal initial. Okay. Now you see this embryonal initial is undergoing mitosis. What kind of cell division? What kind of cell division I said now? What kind of cell division I told you? The embryonal initial is undergoing a cell division which is mitosis, not transverse, mitosis. We are there in embryonal now. The embryonal initial now undergoing mitosis. How many times the mitosis occurs? How many times the mitosis occurs? Look at here. 3 times. Okay. 3 successive mitosis occurring to the embryonal initial. Now look at this diagram. This is the embryonal initial. It divides and 2 cells are formed. But you see in this diagram, it is not a 3D. In 2D it comes, so you cannot see the other side. You have to assume. So this cell division takes place. You just look at how I show my hands now, right now here. First it divides like this. Okay. One division is like this. So how many cells will be formed if the cell is divided like this? A horizontal vertical division में ऐसा एक division हो गया. So how many cells can be formed? 2 cells will be formed. And after that, you can see that both the cells are divided in this manner. Now you got this point clearly. First it divides like this, then it divides like this. Okay, that is what is written here, right angles to each other. So how many cells are formed now? How many cells are formed now? Yeah, 4. Now you can see there is a transverse division. Now you can see that there is a transverse division. So now if there is a transverse division, how many cells will be formed? First ऐसा divide हो गया, उसके बाद ऐसा divide हो गया, उसके बाद ऐसा divide हो गया. You got the point clearly? मेरा हाथ आपने देखा? Yes or no? और एक बार देखो मेरा हाथ का मूवमेंट देखो. One division is like this. अभी देखो मेरा head is the cell. समझो मेरा head is the cell. ऐसा head ऐसा divide किया. How many cells form? 2. Am I right? Then ऐसा divide किया. अभी ऐसा divide किया. How many cells will be formed? 4. Okay. और उसके बाद ऐसा divide किया. Transverse division. How many cells will be formed now all together? 6 only. Anshika, 6 only. Okay. All of you are writing 8. That is the correct answer. So now you see, so division is taking in such a way, 3 successive mitotic divisions, right angles to each other, and ultimately how many cells are formed? Look at this diagram, G diagram. 8 cells are formed, but 4 cells you can see front and 4 cells you can see behind only. So behind 4 cells are there that you cannot see over here. Okay. So altogether 8 cells are formed. This condition is called as, what is written here? Right in the chat box fast. What is written over here? Octant. So that condition is called as octant. So got the point clearly? So the embryonal initial cell undergoes 3 successive mitotic divisions, right angles to each other, which results in the formation of 8 cells. But remember, these 8 cells are arranged there in 2 tiers. Arranged there. अभी देखो मैंने ये ऐसा डायग्राम दिखाया ना, ऐसा मेरा हेड ऐसा कट किया, 2 हो गया, फिर ऐसा कट किया, 4 हो गया, फिर ऐसा कट किया, 8 हो गया. 8 हो गया तो 4 सेल का एक ऊपर का लेयर और 4 सेल का एक नीचे का लेयर. This is what is called a 2 tires of 4 cells. Okay, there are 2 tires of 4 cells. अब इधर देखे तो इधर ये इसका पीछे 2 cells है, ये एक टायर है. Okay, और इसका पीछे भी 2 cells है. So you can see that 2 tires of 4 cells you can see. So that condition is called as octant. Okay, that is called as the octant. Now you see how many layers are there here, how many tires there, how many tires. यहाँ देखिए, ये पिक्चर में देखिए, how many tires are there. Write the number of the tire. How many layers otherwise? Okay, 2 tires are there, not 4. 2 tires. Remember, 2 tires of 4 cells each. Now I am going to talk about this lower tire. This is lower tire. A lower tire बोलेगा तो the tire, the cell which is close to high suspensor. Suspensor को close करके जो बैठा है, वो cells को बोलता है lower tire of 4 cells. Okay, this is the lower tire of 4 cells. And this lower tire of 4 cells is undergoing repeated mitotic divisions. Repeated mitotic divisions in all the side, okay, and in all the plane they are dividing, and repeatedly they are dividing and getting what? Getting the radical and hypocotyl. This region is called as hypocotyl and radical. So the lower tire of 4 cells provide hypocotyl and radical. आपने सस्पेंसर के बारे में देखा, उधर हाइपोफाइसिस देखा था, उधर मैंने बोला था a part of the radical is produced from hypophysis and remaining part will be from these 4 cells. Got it clearly? Then similarly there is a lower upper tire. This is the chalacellant, and this we call as the upper what you can say upper tire of 4 cells. And this upper tire of cells again divides. ये भी सभी plane में divide करता है. It divides in all the planes and forming a mass of cells, and later on it has been arranged in a proper manner, and ultimately it becomes these 4 cells. This tire will become the plumule. Plumule बोलेगा तो shoot produce करने वाला area. Shoot, okay, the stem या shoot produce करने वाला area है plumule. So it produces the plumule and 1 or 2 cotyledons. If it is a dicot, of course you can see 2 cotyledons will be there. If it is a monocot, there will be only 1 cotyledon. Okay, so this slide is clear to you. Once again I repeat. So ये आपको repeat करके मैं नहीं बोलता हूँ, मैं यहाँ से बोलता हूँ. This is the embryonal initial. This embryonal initial is undergoing 3 successive mitotic divisions which are right angles to each other and forming finally like this, and you are getting an 8-celled condition, and 8 cells are arranged in such a way, 4 cells in the upper region and 4 cells in the lower region. Okay, these are the lower tires of 4 cells, and this is the upper tire of 4 cells. This lower tire of 4 cells will become the hypocotyl and radical, and upper tire of 4 cells will become plumule, and if it is a dicot plant, 2 cotyledons will be produced. If it is a monocot plant, there will be only 1 cotyledon. Okay, now you see this picture. This is taken from your textbook. Okay, so in this you can see the points again clearly. Now look at the point over here. This diagram you have to practice. Okay, this diagram you have to practice. Now इधर देखिए, ये points देखे तो कुछ area already अपने cover up किया, यहाँ तक मैंने cover up किया, right? Previous slide में हमने यहाँ तक cover up किया. Now you look at here, this upper tire of 4 cells. What is going to happen to these 4 cells? This is the most important thing now. The upper tire of 4 cells divide in several planes. अब इधर देखिए, it divide in all the directions. A side, O side, A side, सभी directions में ये divide करेंगे. So divide करके जाएंगे. So in 2 areas, you see the number of cells will be more than that of the central region. This is a central region. Here cells are formed less slowly, and here more cells are formed means because of fast multiplication. And so it finally this embryo is getting, this is called globular embryo. This globular embryo attaining a shape that looks like a heart. Okay, so that is called a heart-shaped embryo. This is the F diagram. F is heart-shaped embryo. Okay, and this heart-shaped embryo, again these cells are divided like this. Central area में ज्यादा division नहीं होता है, side में ज्यादा division continuously होता है. So these two things are dividing and growing like this. अब देखिए, it is attaining a shape like this. At the same time, ये area, this area is still, it is very slow. ये slow होता है. Okay, so ultimately it has two lateral cotyledons. ये है two lateral cotyledons and a terminal plumule. This is what is called plumule. अभी ये divide करके आगे जाते टाइम इधर देखिए, एक कोटिलेडन बड़ा लंबा ग्रो हो गया, लेकिन plumule slowly grow होता है, and this terminal part of the embryo is called as the plumule, and these two are called as cotyledons. Okay, and ultimately we can notice that the hypocotyl region and cotyledons, these two regions keep on growing, means the cells are enlarging, the number of cells are getting more, and ultimately it is growing and finally attaining a maturity. It attains maturity, or it attains a mature size, and this is the matured embryo. In the matured embryo, you can notice that because of continuous enlargement of hypocotyl and cotyledons, it gets curved like this. The embryo is getting curved and looking like a horseshoe, and this is called as horseshoe shaped embryo. And this is the mature embryo. In this mature embryo, you see suspensor का part है, root cap, वो थोड़ा radical भी produce कर रहे हैं, और ये upper layer से आपको hypocotyl मिल जाते हैं, और इधर plumule होता है. This is the future shoot और stem वगैरह वगैरह यहाँ से produce होता है, and this is becoming the root, that is radicle is developing into the root, and this hypocotyl is getting elongated, thereby the growth is taking place. And side में you can see that ये plumule को दोनों side में you can see that cotyledons are there. This contains the food that provides nourishment to the developing plant. So when the plant is growing in the initial stage, जब ये embryo grow होता है, when the seed is germinating, you know, seed is germinating, छोटा plant बाहर आता है, but that small tiny plant is not capable to do photosynthesis. जब तक उनका पगला लीफ आके खाना बनाने को capable है, तब तक उसको खाना अंदर से मिलना चाहिए. That food is stored there in the cotyledon. Okay, that food is stored in the cotyledon, and this is actually providing nourishment to the developing seedling. Okay, endosperm is providing nourishment to the developing embryo, and cotyledons that provides nourishment to the growing seedling till the first leaf is produced. Is it clear to you, all of you? ये सबको clear हो गया? Yes or no? Yes. Shall I go to the next slide? So monocot भी बात करके खत्म करना है. Okay, so now I'm going to the next slide. Next slide is talking about monocot plant. Next one is talking about monocot plant. You see, in monocot plant, whatever we said, everything is correct, same till F. So no need of repetition. अब इधर देखिए, in dicot हमने बात किया था, zygote is dividing, a two-celled proembryo is formed. That is exactly same over here also in monocot. Okay, in monocot also you can say a two-celled proembryo is formed. There also you can notice that there is a suspensor. Here also there is a suspensor. Okay, here also suspensor is larger. There also it was larger. Here the embryonal cell is small. Here also the terminal cell, embryonal cell, that is same. Any difference you see here? अभी मैंने जो बात किया यहाँ तक कुछ difference आप देख रहे हैं? No difference. Any difference? No difference. Okay. Then the embryonal initial आगे divide होता है. It becomes octant. That is same like that of dicot. Am I right? Hello, all of you there here? My voice is, yeah. So the octane, that is also same. Then 2 tiers of 4 cells each, upper tier, lower tier, the OB same. Okay. Our upper tier divide in several planes. AB same. Yeah. लेकिन इधर आगे छोटा डिफरेंस है. So यहाँ तक everything will be same. Everything will be like that of dicot. Everything will be like that of dicot till here. But after this, there is a slight change. In dicot, we have seen the upper tier of 4 cells divide in several planes, and it forms what? It forms what we have seen there in the previous slide. Divide in several planes. What we have said there in the previous slide. Yaad hai? Go to the previous slide. See, divide in several planes, forming heart-shaped embryo with 2 lateral cotyledons. A है cotyledon, AB cotyledon, and a terminal plumule. Okay, is it clear? डाइकोट में हमने ऐसा देखा था. अभी मोनोकोट में क्या है देखिए. मोनोकोट में a divide in several plane, but it divide in several plane. What is happening? A single shield shaped terminal cotyledon is formed. ये पिक्चर देखिए, ये है cotyledon. This is what is called a cotyledon. Is it lateral? Is it lateral? डाइकोट में lateral था. Is it lateral? कितना जल्दी आप आंसर देते हैं उतना जल्दी ये टॉपिक खत्म हो जाएगा, क्लास बंद होएगा. Okay, it is not lateral. Then which position it is now? ये कौन सा position बोलता है? Terminal. This position is called as terminal. So the upper tier of 4 cells divide in several planes and forming a single large terminal cotyledon. Okay, single large terminal cotyledon, and this is called scutellum. इसको scutellum बोलता है. So ये scutellum क्या है? मोनोकोट में जो डेवलपमेंट होता है टाइम, एक सिंगल लार्ज शील्ड शेप बोले तो ये कवरिंग करके आता है, ये पूरा स्ट्रक्चर को कवर करके एक प्रोटेक्टिव कवर जैसा है. सो शील्ड शेप टर्मिनल कोटिलेडन फॉर्म, दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड अ स्कैटलम. लेकिन मेन पार्ट कहां है? मेन पार्ट, विच इज द मेन पार्ट ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो? द मेन पार्ट ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो इज दैट द प्लूम्यूल. वेयर इज द प्लूम्यूल हियर? इधर प्लूम्यूल कहां है? ये प्लूम्यूल देखिए, इधर एक साइड में एक छोटा प्लूम्यूल आता है. इन डाइकोट प्लांट you have seen that the plumule is terminal, and from either side of the plumule the cotyledons develop. That is why it got a heart shape. But in monocot plant the plumule is lateral. Got the difference? Where the plumule is there in monocot? Please write there in the chat box fast. Where is the plumule there in cotyledon? I'm sorry, there in monocot. Hello, mic check. Okay, lateral. So my voice is audible there. I was checking. Okay, it is lateral. This position is called as lateral. So in monocot plant, the plumule is lateral in position, whereas in dicot that is terminal in position. Okay, इतना आपको clear हो गया? I hope that you understood this much. Now you see this diagram. अभी ये diagram देखिए. In this diagram, you can see that this is the scutellum. ये diagram आप practice करना है, कभी-कभी examination को पूछेगा. Only 2 minutes. So examination is important. You see, this is the diagram of monocot embryo. Now you see, this is the shoot apex. This is the plumule, right? This is the plumule, and this is the covering shield scutellum. Okay, and this is the radicle. ये एम्ब्रियो का शूट अपेक्स और प्लूम्यूल इधर है और radicle यहाँ है. A rudic, sorry, a plumule is covered by a structure like this. The plumule is protected by a covering like this, and this is called as coleoptile. A name याद रखना. The plumule is protected by a covering called as plumule. Sorry, covering called as coleoptile. Okay, this is called as coleoptile, and at the lower end, you see the radicle is there. A radicle is covered by a protective sheath that is called as coleorhiza. Okay, so याद रखना, a monocot plant में two protective sheaths are there, two coverings are there. Radicle is covered by coleorhiza, and the plumule is covered by the coleoptile. So ये diagram आप draw करके practice करना. Okay, so now next topic is that seed and fruit development that we will see tomorrow.